All right, now it's time for us to play Farkle on the quentinc playroom. And this ain't like Dice World. It don't got no bonus, none of that. So I don't even go that many times on Farkle on the playroom thing. I only go one time. No, a couple times. It depends on what I want my score to be. So it's a little bit different on the playroom.
Player.
But
Period.
let's go.
Quentin. Men.
Oh,
Play. Visited. Play.
there we
Visited.
go.
Link. List start. Connect. Create a new table. Button. Welcome. 1000 mile. Uno. Dom. Not. Poke. Cribbit. Rump. Buy. Har. Golf. Ya. Below. Fred. Barb. Type.
Farkle is
6.
all the way at the
Side.
bottom.
Black. Mono. Back. Battle. Fark. Ya. Farkle. Button. Chat. Text
Oh, we're
field.
close to the
You
bottom.
have action. Game. Mud. Game. Act. Start. Set. Game. Add a bot. Button. Remove a. Repeat. Invite. Kick a.
Wait.
Ban a play. Change. Make the table private. Make the. Start the game. Button. The table is
Sorry,
now
I wanna
private.
play with the
Ahmed
bots.
.11. Set. Add a bot. Button. Add a bot. Sonic has joined the table.
Oh, Sonic, like Sonic the
Set.
Hedgehog.
Start the
Okay.
game. Button. Sandra. Yes. Button.
We gonna play with you.
Do you wish to play with the default options?
I just say yes to everything. Cause I don't got
Roll
time to be
6
changing all
dice.
that.
Button. The game starts. You must have at least 50 points to enter, and at least 30 points to bank. The victory is fixed to 1000 points. It's your turn.
Okay, so yeah, on here we just gotta go to 1,000 points. But mainly because I'm playing with the default options. Cause like I said, I
Game.
don't feel
Roll
like
6
changing all that.
dice. Roll 6. Single 1 for 10 points. Button. You roll single 1 for 10 points. But you roll 4 dice. But bank 20 point. Roll 4. Game. Roll 4. Roll single 5 for 5 points. Button. You roll the dice. 2 2 4 5. Roll 3 dice. Bank 25. Action. Roll the dice. Roll the single 5 for 5 points. Button. You roll 2 dice. Bank 30 points for this turn. Button. Bank 30 points for this action.
Oh
Roll
wait, I
the
gotta have
dice.
50.
Roll 2 dice. Button. You roll the dice. 1 6. Single roll single 1 for 10. Roll 1. Bank 40 points for roll 1. Roll 1 dice. Actions. Heading level 2.
Yeah, I knew
You
that was
roll
gonna
the
happen.
dice. 2. There is no winning combination. Roll 6 dice. Button. Sonic rolls
He
the
got Farkle too.
single 1 for 10 points. Button. You roll single 1 for 10. You take roll 4 dice. Button. You take single 5 for 5 points. You roll 3. Bank 25. Roll 3. Roll single 1 for 10
Not
points. You
enough.
roll single 5 for 5 points. But you take roll 1. Bank 40 points. Roll 1. Roll 1 dice. Actions. Heading level
Come
2.
on.
You roll the dice. 6. That's it. When one wants too much, one finally ends up being Farkle. 40 point. Roll 6 dice. Button.
Unfortunately.
Sonic rolls
We
the
both ain't
dice.
getting lucky.
3. There is no winning combination in this roll. The 40 points accumulated in this turn are lost. It's your turn.
See, because
3
we gotta
5
get
for
50,
50
but
point. You roll single 1 for 10
oh,
point.
I
You
got a
take roll
chance.
2. Bank
Yeah.
60. Bank 60 points for this turn. Actions. Heading level
That's what
2.
I'm talking
You
about.
bank 60 points for this turn. Your total score is now 60 points. Roll 6 dice. Button. Sonic rolls the
Damn,
die.
Sonic, you was not getting
Single
lucky,
1
my
for
nigga.
10 point. You roll single 5 for 5. You take single 5 for 5. You take roll 3. Bank 20 points for this turn. Roll 3 die. Roll
After this,
single
you can
5 for
bank
5.
30.
You roll 2. Bank 25. Bank
And
roll
that's what
2
I'm
die.
gonna do.
Roll
Oh, wait,
single
that
5
wasn't
for
30.
5. You roll 1. Bank 30 points. Bank 30 points for this
Now it
turn.
is.
Actions. Heading level 2. You bank 30 points for this turn. Your roll 6 dice. Button.
Oh, he finally
Sonic
got
rolls
one.
the dice. 1 1 1 2 3 3. Sonic takes 3 1 for 75 points. Sonic banks 525 points for this turn. For a total score of 525 points. It's your turn. Bank 0
Who in
action.
the lead?
Roll. How many? Whose turn is it? View scores. But view scores. Scores. Sonic 525. Splingerl B
Oh,
90.
he ahead of me.
The victory is fixed to 1000 points.
Oh, wow.
Whose turn?
Okay, so he's
Roll
ahead of
action.
me.
Roll
I
the
only got
dice.
90.
Roll single 1 for 10 points. You roll single 5 for 5. You take roll 4. Bank 15 points for roll 4. Roll 3 6 for 60 points. You roll 1 dice.
Ooh,
Button.
oh no!
Bank
What is it with y'all in the
75
sixes,
point.
bro?
Bank 75 points for this turn.
It's cool. It's
Actions.
a high
Heading
number,
level
but
2.
I don't mess
You
with them
bank
sixes or
75
threes.
points for this turn. Your total score is now 165 points. Roll 6 dice.
Tell
Button.
me I'm gonna get bad luck.
Sonic rolls the dice. 2 3 5 6. Sonic takes single 5 for 5 points. Sonic banks 80 points for this turn. For a total score of 605 points. It's your turn.
Yeah, he's
Small
probably still
straight for
ahead of me.
100 points. You roll single 5 for 5 points. You roll 6 die. Bank 100. Bank 105 points
Let's
for this
get it.
turn.
I'm
Actions.
not going no
Heading
more
level
after
2.
that.
You bank
I am not
105
risking my
points for
numbers.
roll 6 dice. Button. Sonic rolls the dice. 3666. Sonic takes 3 6 for 60
Oh
points.
no.
Sonic banks 80 points for this turn. For a total score of 685 points. It's your turn. Roll single 5 for 5. You roll single 5
See
for
on here,
5
you just
points.
gotta get
You
to
take
1,000
roll 4
points
dice.
if you
Button. You
playing
take
with the
single 1 for
default
10 points.
options.
You roll single 1 for 10. You take single 5 for 5. You take single 5 for 5. You take roll 6 dice.
Oh,
Bank 40 point. Bank 40 points for this turn. Actions.
thought I
Heading
was
level
going
2.
again.
You
It's
bank
okay, he
40
might beat me.
points for this turn. Your roll 6 dice. Button. Sonic rolls the dice. 4 5. Sonic takes single 5 for 5 points. Sonic banks 30 points for this turn. For a total score of 715 points. It's your turn. Rolls
He
single
might
1 for
win.
10
He might
points.
be
You
ahead
roll
of me still.
single 5 for 5. You take roll 4 dice. You 3 1 for 75. You roll 1 dice. Bank 90 point. Bank 90 points for this turn. Actions.
I was
Heading
not
level
chancing
2.
that.
You bank roll 6 dice. Button.
Okay, he
Sonic
got some.
rolls the dice. 1 4 6. Sonic takes single 1 for 10 points. Sonic banks 50 points for this turn. For a total score of 765 points. It's your turn. Bank action roll. Whose turn is it? View scores. Button. View scores. Scores. Sonic 765. Blingerl B 400. The how many
He gonna
roll
win.
the dice. Roll the single 1 for 10 points. You roll single 5 for 5. You take single 5
The
for 5.
bad
You
numbers
take
messed me
roll
up.
3 dice. Button. Bank 20 point. Roll 3. Roll single 5 for 5 points. You roll 2 die. Bank 25. Roll 2. Roll single 1 for 10. You roll single 5 for 5. You take roll 6. Bank 40 points for this. Bank 40 points for this turn. Actions. Heading level 2.
That's how the
You
dice
bank
rolls.
40 points for this turn. Your total score is now 440. Roll 6 dice. Button. Sonic rolls the
He
die.
got Farkle.
Single 1 for 10
That
points. You
sounds
roll
like a
single
party
5
horde.
for 5. You take roll 4 dice. Button.
Or them hordes
Bank
that
15.
little kids
Roll
be
4.
playing with.
Roll single 1 for 10 points. You roll single 5 for 5. You take roll 2 die. Bank 30 points for this turn. Bank 30 points for this turn. Action. Roll 6
I was not
dice.
going again.
Button. Sonic
Yo,
rolls the dice. 2 3 3 4
yo,
6 6. No
damn,
chance. 0 points. Fly away.
damn.
Ellipsis. It's your turn.
Shit, he didn't even get a chance on that one.
Bank roll
What the
6
fuck?
die. Rolls 3 4 for 40
Shit, he did
points.
not get a
You
chance on
roll
that one.
single 5
That
for
nigga
5
already went
points.
outside.
Button. You take single
Okay,
5 for
three
5.
fours.
You take roll 1
I'm
die.
lucky
Bank
now.
50 bank 50 points for this turn.
That
Actions.
nigga went
Heading level
outside.
2. You bank 50 points for this turn. Your total score is now 520 points. It's Sonic's turn. Roll 6 dice. Button. Sonic rolls the dice. 2 3 4 5. Sonic takes single 5 for 5 points. Sonic banks 135 points for this turn. For a total score of 900 points. It's your turn.
He probably about
Roll
to get
6
1,000.
dice.
Well, he is.
Bank.
He's close.
Roll 6 dice. Button. Roll 6 dice.
Man, come on with this game.
Bank 0. Action.
internet
Roll
has
the
been acting
dice.
up today.
Roll the dice. Roll 6 dice. Game. It's your turn.
Yeah, I know
Game.
it's my turn,
Roll
but it's not
6
letting me go.
Roll 6 dice. Roll. How many points are accumulated? Who view table menu right arrow. View scores. Whose turn is it? Send. But table bank roll
This game
game.
wanna
Roll
act up
6
too.
dice. Roll 6 roll how many roll the die. Roll the die. Table men chat Table menu right arrow.
What the heck is this game doing?
It's Blingerlby's turn.
Okay. Oh my god. Finally. The internet has been acting up today,
You
y'all, so sorry. This happened in my
Game
Dice
3
World
6
video
for
too.
60 points. 3 single 1 for 10 points. You take single 5 for 5. You take roll
I'm
1
getting bad
dice.
luck with the
Bank
numbers.
75 point. Bank 75 points for this turn.
Oh,
Actions.
okay.
Heading level 2. You roll 6 dice. Button. Single 1
Yo,
for 10 points.
I
You
don't care
roll
if he
single
wins. He
5
still
for
went
5
outside with
points.
that.
You take roll 4
Because
dice.
he got
Bank
Farkle
15.
again.
Roll 4.
And
Roll 4.
easily.
Single 1 for 10. You roll 3 dice. Bank 25. Roll 3.
Like, fuck
Roll
these
3
dice.
4
I'm
for
not playing
40
no more.
points. You roll 6 dice. Bank 65 points. Bank 65 points for this turn. Actions. Heading level 2. Roll 6 dice. Button.
Okay,
Sonic rolls the dice. 1 4 6. Sonic takes single 1 for 10 points. Sonic banks 40 points for this turn. For a total score of 940 points. It's your turn.
Yeah, he about to get 1,000.
Bank
But I can check my score.
invite a action bank 0 roll 6 die in kick ban a change make the who is at this friends change kick a player invite action stop the game act bank 0 roll 6 dice
No.
rolls 3 5 for 50
Just keep going.
points
I'm
you
about to lose
roll
anyway.
3 die bank 50 points for this turn actions heading level 2 you bank 50 points for this turn. Your total score is now 710 points. It's Sonic's turn.
Yeah, I lost.
Sonic
That was
rolls the
cool.
dice.
That's
1
okay.
1 2 5 6 6. Sonic takes single 1 for 10 points. Sonic rolls the dice. 1 1 2 4 6. Sonic takes single 1 for 10 points. Sonic rolls the dice. 2 4 4 4. Sonic takes 3 4 for 40 points. Sonic
4.
banks 60 points for this turn. For a total score of 1000 points. Scores. Sonic, 1000. Blingerlby, 710. Sonic is the winner. The
Oh, I was
table is
close.
now open for new players. Jeej has just created.
I was close.
Ikorishinal
Alright, guys, this
underscore
video
speech
gonna be
off.
short. This video gonna be short because my internet, it keep messing up. So some of my games keep freezing. But I'm gonna try to make another video on another game. So stay tuned.